Hello, guys, and welcome back to Cask Connoisseur for the final part of tasting of Toast Brewery's beers, which we've been received and we've been doing our reviews on. Now, I will admit, we did actually try this one a few weeks back, didn't we, Chris?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're going to be interested to see what we think, because this is second tasting. Now, what I would always say, because again, my favourites are always whiskey, although to be fair, what we've tasted from Toast could take me away from whiskey. You always need to give everything a second sample, a second chance. And we were slightly negative, and I have a feeling
this might be different.
This might be different today.
Yes, this might be different.
So, we'll say, lest we say, so we don't influence ourselves.
Definitely. And just for you guys know, the last time we were here, we sampled the Grassroots Pale Ale. That, again, was absolutely amazing. The aroma, that grassy, herby, but also the balancing of a herb, grass texture coming in together, not overpowering each other. It was amazing. And then the palate was just as good. But here we are today with the final one, new Dawn Session IPA. This is 4.3%, and I think we'll get cracked into it and see what happens. Really looking forward to it. And at the end of this, we're going to decide which one was our favourite.
Gosh.
Lovely. So then, let's have a look at this nose and aroma. So, probably the darkest one, I think, out of all of them that we've had so far.
I'd also say that's got the least amount of CO2 in it.
Yes.
There's very few bubbles there.
Very few bubbles compared to the rest.
Yeah. That looks more like a beer that came out of a cask than came out of a can.
Oh. Wow. That nose. I'm getting pineapple, peaches, strawberries and cream. Oh, it's making me think of Wimbledon.
I'm thinking pineapple, definitely. And the first thought that came in my head was pineapple and toast. But why you'd have pineapple on toast, I don't actually know. But then, yeah, there's cream in there. Go with that.
And I'd even go out rhubarb and custard. Rhubarb and custard on that.
We had a bit of crumble in there.
Yeah, I think a bit of crumble.
One of our favourite sweets. Yeah.
Oh yeah, rhubarb crumble, definitely.
That's a good nose. That is a good nose.
I think we need to see if it tastes just as good. So yeah, there is a bitter kick.
That's a definite bitter kick. Which, now we can be fair, our last tasting of this, we felt it was a wee bit too bitter for our taste.
But
I tell you,
there's always a but.
I tell you what, on this one, you know what I'm getting? I'm going to say burnt toast with chocolate spread on it.
Oh yes,
that's what I'm going to say on that palate. I mean, there's definitely bitterness on the finish.
Yes.
I mean, if bitterness to my mind isn't refreshing, so it's not a refreshing drink.
No.
And I think we're still of the same opinion. It's a little bit too bitter.
It's a little bit too bitter, but compared to last time, I think it's.
And why did we get it wrong last time?
We did it the wrong way, didn't we?
He did the order.
My bad.
But basically, our mistake, not mistake, we actually had a beer which was probably more sweet than this, and therefore that accentuated the bitterness. But it's definitely still there. If you're into bitter flavours, if you're into that bitter beer, that you will love.
Yeah.
It's a bit too bitter for me. I could imagine after 2 or 3 pints of this, I'll be going, I want something to
that's it.
Clean up my mouth. It's clogged.
Yeah. But this, I mean, compared to last time, I completely agree with Chris. I love his description though on the burnt toast, because I will agree with that. But rather than chocolate spread that Chris is getting, I'm actually going to go down the route and go for honey, bit of honey on burnt toast.
Yeah. When we say burnt toast, we're not meaning completely burnt.
No, not completely burnt.
Slightly overdone.
Slightly overdone. A bit more to what I would normally have it, but.
Yeah, now you mentioned honey, I mean, that nose is full of honey. And that bitterness, I mean, I think if we were drinking a full pint of this, perhaps by the end of the pint, we'd be going, that's not too bad.
Not too bad.
We'll have another one.
Yeah.
Definitely.
No.
I mean, I've got to admit, considering this is effectively made from waste bread, all four of these have actually been very, very good. And of course, what do you get because they're using waste?
Waste.
You can feel good about yourself.
They're recycling, and it's saving the planet. Saving the planet. So I will go over the tasting notes again one more time. So it's a hop-forward session IPA with a punchy citrus notes. As I say, that punchy in our head is probably that bitter kick that we're getting, basically. It's bold, so it is it's bold yet subtle flora and uplifting. I would say it's uplifting, definitely.
I wouldn't disagree too far.
No,
with them there. They're not too. It's not too bad.
No.
Yeah, hops. Yeah.
Yeah.
I suppose it depends what hops. I mean, the bitterness could come straight from whatever hops they're using.
That's it.
It doesn't identify them. Definitely citrus notes.
Yeah.
It is bold.
You
know you've drunk it.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know you've drunk it.
Yeah.
Subtly floral. Yeah. Okay. Uplifting.
It's a little bit uplifting, but I won't go that far out.
It's a term I wouldn't want to use on it. I'm not really sure quite what they mean by that, if I'm being honest. Does that mean I jump up for joy or something?
Potentially.
Or feel happier about myself? I don't know quite what they mean by that, to be fair. So I'm not going to say yay or nay, because I really don't know quite what they're implying with it. I mean, they're not too bad on tasting.
No, they're not too bad on tasting.
I think that's a fair description.
Yeah.
American hops.
Okay, so probably that's why we're getting that bitter kick.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, the American hops that they're used, and we know that Americans like to use a lot of bitter in their beers, so that's probably why. This is why it's probably going a bit more like down the route of being a bit more crafted. So like you imagine trying that on a craft ale, like just on a normal drought pump or something. That would be good.
I did it. It is making me think. Yeah, that's flavours. There's a craft beer bar.
That's it.
By us, and maybe I'm a little. I mean, don't forget. I mean, when I first started drinking beer, to be honest, you had a choice of your local brewery, and that was about it. So you either liked it or lumped it. And the craft beers movement, I'm not sure I'm quite with it, but that's probably because I've got so many decades of drinking a different sort of beer.
No, that makes sense. It makes sense. So, Chris, we've got to do the final thing, and we've got to decide which one is our favourite. So, we started off with the alcohol-free, didn't we?
Yeah, the alcohol, well, not free, low alcohol.
Low alcohol-free.
0.5%. That is my favourite colour and tin.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
That's where I put that. I love that design.
Yeah. So the alcohol-free was the first one that we started off, which wasn't too bad. I love the malt texture, and I say reminds me of the mash tun process that goes on in the brewery. So that I would say was good. So that's nearly at the top in my level of where I think things stood. And then next after that, we had the Rise Up Lager, which again was very, very nice. I mean, that was awesome, almost like the lager, because you don't really tend to drink lagers, Chris. So from your word of mouth, what did you think of this one?
As a lager, I mean, that's a lager I would drink. And as I say, I'm not a great lager fan at all. But I would definitely drink that.
Yeah. So no, definitely impressed.
I tell you what else I'm thinking, looking at these different can colours and that, Rise Up, and that's kind of a dawn, and you got butterflies coming out of flower meadows, bit of barley. Yeah, I can see. Yeah,
is it
that design actually fits Rise Up? Yeah.
Is it making you think of the seasons? That's the
Well, that's got to be autumnal, but
yeah,
it's early autumn, or else there wouldn't be any
autumn.
butterflies.
That's it, exactly.
So yeah, early autumn.
And then obviously, thirdly, we tried was the Grassroots Pale Ale, which had that grassy, herby texture, which I thought was amazing. To be fair, even the finish was absolutely stunning. I just could not fault it.
And this was the one where the nose just it just
so evolving,
just opened up. Don't down this in one. Spend some time having a nose at it. You'll be rewarded with it.
So I think, from my eyes, the winner I would go for is the Grassroots.
Interesting, because I quite honestly am struggling. I have to admit, the IPA is not my favourite, and that might be because the original IPA I had was McEwan's Export, the original India Pale Ale, which that tastes nothing like. So it may be biases inside me. So I'm not particularly keen on that. I'd drink it if it was on offer. I'd have no problem drinking it. So of the other three, I really am struggling, and I think which would win would be depending on what you want to do. So the low alcohol lager, definitely for when I was having to drive or didn't really want to drink.
No.
That is a definite. The lager is one of the best lagers I've tasted, but bear in mind I don't generally drink it.
Yeah. I mean, also the Grassroots.
And then the Grassroots was a beautiful pale ale. So, because I hate agreeing with him, and because I don't mind eating my own words, and I'm not a lager fan, I'm going to narrow it down to the two lagers, and simply because it had a fuller flavour, I'm going to say out of those four, that's my favourite.
Wow. So, as I say, me and Chris don't always have to agree. We never agree on everything.
Would you want to agree with him?
But no, Chris has gone for the lager, which I'm amazed. And as I say,
no, that is amazing that I'd even consider putting lager above a beer.
But I think the bit I loved about the Grassroots, just before we finish, that evolving aroma just sold it. If someone could give me a barrel of that, send it to my front door right now.
No, I wouldn't disagree with helping you drink that barrel either.
No, definitely. But if you guys have actually tried these beers, if you've tried any of them, the Grassroots, the Rise Up, the alcohol-free, or even the New Dawn, let us know what you think. Give us that comment.
One thought, just before we finish, one thought. Definitely try one of these beers. Yeah. Definitely. They're worth trying. No. They are definitely worth trying. Wonder if they do a mixed pack of 4?
Probably, yeah. By all means, check out the Toast Brewery website, see what they've got on offer, because there's no other brewery that I know makes beer like this, and that's with bread.
So it's unique.
And it's unique. So fair play to you, Toast Brewery. I think you've done a cracking job here of producing 4 different beers.
And when you think about it, Luke, let's take any brewery. How many breweries do you like that produce 4 different beers? You never go, well, I don't really like that. But I bet you stick to 1 or 2.
Yeah. There's not many breweries where I look at and think, you know what, I love the whole range. So, you know what, I'm going to cheers to that. So, keep us a good old like, guys. Remember to subscribe to the Cask Connoisseur. We will be back very soon. But yeah, bye for now. Cheers.
Good health.
Good health.
That does get better as you drink down it.
It does, don't it?
Yeah. That does get better as you drink down it. Maybe that ought to be the finish.
Yeah. You know what, guys? It does get better.